Ladies and gentlemen, throughout history, Thanksgiving has been a very interesting time. As kids growing up in school, here in America at least, we're shown pictures of pilgrims and Indians sitting at the same table, somewhere out in the woods, wherever it is, eating on a field on this table with fruits and pumpkins and a turkey. Food brings people together. However, during this time of year, there are people who are starving. There's probably going to be a small homeless epidemic coming up due to people not being able to pay their bills. Unfortunately, a lot of people have lost their jobs. The fact that you might be watching right now with a roof over your head is a tremendous blessing. And as a matter of fact, I did have my best day of trading this year. And it coincides with a day in which I could donate to charities, and we'll be doing that. We'll be sharing those charities with you. Don't feel bad if you can't donate. For every single person on YouTube, Facebook, and the Newsbeat live room, on top of what I want to give, I'll be adding those numbers up together and I will be donating on your behalf anonymously. Not everybody can afford to donate to charities when they can't take care of their lives around them. I understand that. But we're going to go through some Ask Mark emails today. I want to just remind you, and I've shown you the emails from the good, the bad, and everything in between, that a lot of the people who are writing me success stories were people not even weeks ago, months ago, more months ago, who are writing me emails telling me how they were struggling and how they were doomed as a trader. In fact, I would estimate in my head about 96, 97% of the success emails that come in are from traders who are once struggling. The truth is, most traders do struggle. I do things a lot different here. I do a lot of things different than other people on Wall Street. In fact, completely different things that you probably never heard of before. It's as a result, and it's no question why, I have the success rate I do. I have the retention rate I do. I take care of the people around me the way I do. And it's unparalleled in the industry because of the way I do it. Please note that a lot of times I get very passionate. If I am unable to really care about you succeeding or not succeeding, if I'm unable to care about that, I'm not going to give a crap. There'll be absolutely no emotion. It would be just as you saw a mosquito walk by that got crushed by somebody's shoe. It wouldn't bother you. Your life would go on and you would keep going about your business. But traders aren't mosquitoes to be squashed by gurus in the industry. They're human beings. Most of them are taking care of people very important, loved ones, family, pets, sometimes even themselves, so they can support the life they want to live. I understand and I respect that. I am trying to change what people do in terms of perception, how they perceive a guru. A guru, a lot of times, unfortunately, gets the wrong perception. They're shown P&Ls. And when I see those P&Ls, I'm crushing those P&Ls numerically. And I can flash a nicer house or a nicer car or a larger number than such said P&L. But I don't because that's not how I want to garner respect. Not only that, in the industry, I don't like to boast about what I do. I like to boast about how I'm helping the people around me because that goes towards borderline from boasting right into inspirational. I'm here to inspire people to get to the next level. I'm here to show you the psychology of trading in a way that nobody's ever explained it to you before. I humbly believe that most of the products out there fail. If that was wrong, 98% of traders wouldn't be failing. If there was that one secret strategy that so said guru or so said book or so said course taught you, more than 98% of people would be successful, or at least more than half. This 98% failure rate is the stain of the industry. It is always the burden of proof that shows that whatever we do is really just simply not working. So how do we get you in? This is a service. This is a service. People inside my room, they pay for my room. They pay for the service. But where is the line drawn between what you're actually looking to achieve and what you're actually achieving? Most of those times, those things couldn't be further apart. I plan to bridge that. What I do is I plan to bridge it through techniques, methodologies, strategies, and unique education that is taught nowhere else in the industry. I know it's taught nowhere else in the industry, not only because people tell me it's taught nowhere else in the industry, but because I actually made it up. Most of the strategies that you're seeing out there were actually made from somebody else. They were stolen, reconcocted, and reformulated. In fact, how would that be anything different than what you would imagine? All strategies out there have to be known. We have all the powerful algorithms, the robots, the MIT guys programming these algos. But is that really true? What makes a trader really successful? What makes so said individual traders successful? It's about the care, the support, the lifting up, and the help of the critical thinking to solve the problems that an individual might face. When you take these problems and you approach it on a group basis like I do, you're actually able to find the results that you need. I am Mark Melnick. We're going to go through the Ask Mark. We're going to hit up some charities today as the Ask Mark. Please keep in mind, I will be sharing with you these links to these charities. However, if you're just literally watching this video, you could just literally turn on the video and walk away. I really don't care. I will be donating money upon your behalf to what I feel are very important things. So I say that I do things uniquely. I'm going to show you a trade which I'm not even claiming is easy, but I will show you a trade in which I called out today. And we're going to, of course, look at Slack Technologies. This is the daily chart of it. If you missed it, popped up 11 and a half points off the low today. And of course, if you look at a 1 minute chart right here of work, it just really started exploding right over here between 11:38 and 11:39. My point is, what if you had that information? What if you had that information? And this is also, I would say I made about half my P&L on this today, but I was able to buy $32 calls expiring today at about 52 cents a contract. These $32 calls were trading well over $7. Well over $7. And this is a 1 minute chart. So you could see it got halted here, shot up, got halted, and then shot up again. This was a home run. This is what I try to do by bringing you literally news before the majority of other people. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into the Ask Mark here. But in between, I think it's very, very, very important. I think it's very important that we try to go above and beyond and actually help people. So what I am going to do here is we're going to just go ahead and we're going to start off with a charity right now. Again, we're going to go through these charities right now. This is feedhopenow.org. Again, if you wish to donate to it, I'm going to try to get a list because I don't know the charities I'm donating to because members of the Newsbeat Live Room are able to mail me, and I donate to every single charity they mail me. So we're just going to start off with a charity. We're going to go through the Ask Mark and everything in between. So I'm going to do a one-time, we're going to do a one-time monthly donation right here. And again, what I'm going to do is right before I donate here, I'm going to go ahead and just count the people watching right now and the people in the Newsbeat live room, and I'm going to multiply a number of dollars times everyone together. So right now there's, okay, okay, and then I'm going to throw money on top of that. And let's see, can I pay through PayPal? Let's see, I'm trying to pay through PayPal here. What the hell's going on? What is this? Can't click the PayPal. Kind of. One moment. What the hell is this? Hold on. All right. Let me just try hitting the word donate. And they ask you for your address, so you know they're going to be sending you those mails. I swear to God, my mailman must hate me right now because like my mailbox is full of people asking for repeat donations, and as much as I love these people, I really don't. usually make secondary donations in terms through the letters. A lot of times I donate several times, but I do it on my own accord. And I feel bad when they start sending me all these letters because they want me to hit them up again, but I just simply humanly can't. I could get 200 of these charities. I just simply can't do it. So let's see. One moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you for changing lives. All right, we donated money. Nice. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. There is money donated upon your behalf as well. And let's just go right into the Ask Marks. All right. So, just so you know, these are real emails by real traders in the Newsbeat live room. These emails are written today, unless they're written like 3 in the morning, which I guess technically would be today. But all these emails are written today. I don't vet these emails. Um, if sometimes people are like, read it only private email, I won't read it out. I'll respect that. But here we go. Hey, Mark, I've been in the room since August to September, October, November. All right, so 3.5 months. I want to extend another heartfelt thank you for having the best community on Wall Street. Take it from someone who has been in countless rooms over the years. I'm finishing the month with a very strong high five-figure P&L. That's what I'm talking about, brother. And remember, I told you I was going to hit you up. Didn't I tell? Did I? Mm-hmm. Didn't I tell you I was going to hit you up? Time to hit up the charity, brother. That is the whole point of the Newsbeat live room. There's only very little that I'm going to do to change the world. But if I get enough people like you coming in with high five-figure P&L months, congratulations, you're an effing animal. I need you to hit up the charities with me tonight. Um, I attribute this to my new focus on psychological and physiological well-being, something we talk about a lot here in this room. I've been out of the twilight zone for years, but I definitely feel like I'm reaching a new level of profitability, consistency, and joy in trading I didn't think was possible. That's what it's about, not the stress, the joy. You have to love it. So many traders, they're like, oh man. And how many traders are like, oh man, I can't believe it's Thanksgiving. I'm like, shut up and go enjoy yourself with your family. Like all these traders, they just want to trade every day. And, I get that a lot. So, again, just so you know, I'm going to keep it real with you. I know there's some people who don't like to keep it real. I'm not going to censor my words. All right. I'm going to tell you how it is. If you don't like the truth, if you don't like what it is, I respect that, but also respect the fact that I'm trying to inform traders out there what's going on and what I see and what the majority of people I talk to see as a reality. Okay, keep that in mind. Thank you for everyone else in the Newsbeat community. You're all amazing, and thank you for your tireless dedication. You don't have to be on the mic at all hours helping people, but you do. Thank you. Much love and respect. Congratulations. I need you to hit up those charities. I need you to hit up those charities right now. All right, hold on. This is all right. All right, so this is from the gentleman from yesterday who was struggling, and he was in the room for a couple of years and he was struggling. And I replied to his email in yesterday's show, and we're going to. Oops, sorry. There you go. He didn't typo that. Dear Mark, thank you very much for reading my email last night and for proposing a helping plan for me. I'm deeply grateful. I've been trying to draft a thank you note to let you and the kindness of our room members in quotes, I am so scared I might say something wrong or odd just to say thank you. At the same time, I feel so embarrassed to ask for help. In conclude, you never asked for help. Just so we're clear, I offered you help. There's a huge difference. You didn't come soliciting me for help, and I probably would have done it anyway. You came as a trader struggling after 2 years in my service, in our service. Now, granted, you're Canadian, A. That sucks when you're a trader because you don't have access to a lot of the same tools we do here in the United States. But some people use interactive brokers and they're just fine with that. There's nothing wrong with interactive brokers. I hear it's a solid platform, but you never asked for help. So there's no need to feel embarrassed. In conclusion, I want to thank you for the help on the way plan. I will promise to do my very best to help myself using the help from the room. I know I'm not worth the help. Bullshit. This is the psychological toxicity you're still struggling with. You know how many traders that I have done this for, that I sent a little token of appreciation, and now they're making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars? And guess what you're going to do with this small token of appreciation? When you're successful, you're going to hit up a charity. Don't you dare beat yourself up and say that you're not worthy of something when you are. But I really do not want to give up. It makes me sad and cry. I am so grateful beyond words, Mark. I'm not used to asking for help like this a lot, and I often don't ask or reject help, afraid it would screw my life up even further. Most of all, I'm scared of getting no answers, which would make me feel even worse. I'll tell you what you're afraid of. I'll tell you what this usually happens from. You probably ask somebody out, a girl, a guy, whatever you're into, whatever floats your boat is cool with me. You ask somebody out on a date, and you know what? Somebody rejected you, or you are afraid somebody would reject you. So you would be the person who would probably always want a girl or a guy to ask you out, for example, or someone to ask you out. That's why. That's the type of person you are. You want to know how I know that's the type of person you are? You know how I know? Because that was me growing up. And I was the person who was a little bit shy. I wouldn't, you see, now I'm so outgoing like this. This was not always me. I know because I went through this and I can relate with you here. That's how I know. Like it confirms how unworthy I am. You are not unworthy. This is in your head. You're psychologically toxic. Beyond help or something like that. If I felt you were beyond help, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. With this help I am getting, I will treat this help as a mandate that I help myself for you and all these who decide that I am worthy of the help. Every single member of the Newsbeat live room feels you are worthy of the help. And I promise to help others whenever I can help myself as well. Better. Damn right you will. Pay it back and pay it forward. Damn right you will. Thank you again, Mark. P.S. My info for PayPal and Zelle through Capital One checking account. Yeah, please don't share your social. LOL, I know you didn't. Is ag.business@gmail.com. No, I don't have a business. I made up the username to sound important, better than AG 1987, probably the year you were born. Look, um, you've been in this room for 2 years. You weren't able to make it. You continue to struggle. I respect that. And just by the way, when I told you before that I'll do things that other people will not, when I do things that other people will not, I mean that. I mean that. That is why I am sharing with you members who are struggling in this room. Is anybody else out there talking about the members who are struggling in the room? Or would their email boxes explode to the point where it catches fire and burns down the entire building? You tell me. So I'm going to share it in the Newsbeat live room if you guys wish to hit this gentleman up. And look, I understand there are people who are like, Mark, people are going to take, somebody brought this up like 6 months ago, and they're right. And I agree with it. Like, Mark, what if somebody comes in the room and they're just asking for helps and handouts and whatever, and they're trying to take advantage of your generosity and our generosity? I said at the time when somebody brought that up to me, I said, you know what? It's like the homeless person in the street begging for money. And I remember I was walking with my mother in Manhattan. There's a homeless person begging for money, and I literally took a quarter out of my thing and put it in a coffee cup. He didn't even say a word to me. He didn't even say God bless you or anything. He just kept shaking his cup. And my mom gave me one of those hard squeezes in the arm to yank you over. It's like, what are you doing? It's like that person's only going to use it for alcohol or drugs. You don't give money to those people. That was her response to me as a kid. And I just kept going on. I was a little kid. My mom grabbed my arm. I didn't want to piss her off. So I just simply kept going. And then what happened is later on in life, I realized I don't know if that guy's going to spend it on drugs or alcohol or some illicit purpose potentially, but that's not my problem. He put me there. That homeless person or seemingly homeless person was there asking for money, and it was my job to step in and help and do something good. Whatever he decides to do with that money is on him. He put me in a beneficial situation where I was able to help him, and I came through. I came through for something to help. Now, going back to this person was in the room for 2.5 years in our service. Okay, just so we're clear. So if you want to hit this gentleman up with PayPal right now, you're more than welcome to. I cannot promise you that he's going to use the money for a trading account. He could go and run away with it. I'm not going to ask him to show me where he's putting the money, but I have a feeling that he is legit. And if I didn't think so, I wouldn't be giving him money. And I'm going to send him over some money right now. Friends and family, PayPal. Um, Sending to a friend. That should be a nice chunk of money to get you started, my brother. And if anyone else wants to help the cause and throw some money his way during this tough time for him, appreciate it. Okay? So enjoy, my brother. Enjoy the money. All right? Do well, be confident, and don't you dare ever say you're not worthy. I used to feel that I wasn't worthy of good things in life. I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up very poor. I grew up food stamps. I remember going to that Wall Bombs in Starrett City. And I remember I was like, it's kind of weird at the time when you're like 5 years old and your parents send you over to the supermarket. I wouldn't do that with my kid if you paid me $100,000. Anyway, it's kind of weird when that actually happens because at the time you're a kid and I'm looking at these food stamps and they look back. I don't know if you guys ever saw. I don't know what they look like today. I think today they have cards. And back in the day, there used to be a booklet, and it used to look like effing Monopoly money. There was like yellow pages, pink pages, blue pages on each single page, and it would change. And you would literally like tear it out of this book and hand it. And I know because that's how I used to buy food for my family when I needed to buy food. And I remember when I did it, it felt weird. I kid you not. I was 5 years old and I felt embarrassed. I'm not even kidding. Like I literally felt embarrassed, even though we were dirt poor and we needed it. Obviously, we were on government assistance. Like I felt weird. I felt weird tearing out that paper from the book and giving it to him, almost like I shouldn't be like, almost like I was doing something wrong, even though I know I wasn't. And that's kind of weird for a 5 year old to feel. I just want to mention. So what happened after that? Is I literally would go to the wall bombs after 3 o'clock p.m. when PS 346 in Starrett City would be let out. And I would go to the back of the wall bombs there and I'd pack bags for people for like an hour and a half. So I'd get home at like 4:30. I would literally go there with my school bag and everything. And I would walk away with like 8, 9, 10, 11, $12 on any given day working an hour and a half. Just literally, the cashiers loved me because they didn't have to pack bags and I would do it for them. And every so often, an old lady would say, can you carry the bags to the car? And I'd walk out of the store with their bags to their car. And I remember there was a lot of positive that came from that moment where I had to use food stamps that my parents gave me to pay for the food. They didn't do it because they're embarrassed. They just literally sent me to the store. It was normal. Yeah, go to the store and whatever. They accepted food stamps. In fact, they even gave me money back for the food stamps. So back in the day, if you used a certain amount of food stamps, like if you use like $20 worth of food stamp card, they would literally give you like money back at the end. Like, so if you paid for like $18.75, they'd give you like $1.25 in cash back. I remember that with the $20 food stamp coupon or whatever, whatever it was. So it literally changed me, this feeling. And when I'm looking at you, and it sort of made me feel sort of what you are going through, this unworthy feeling that you might have felt through what I did. And by the way, you didn't ask me, I offered. Huge difference. And look, all I can say is push yourself forward with the program. No matter what happens, you have a lot of people who love you and care for you and are rooting for your success around you. And I just hope for you that you do the best. And that's it. That's it. Nothing more I could tell you, bro. Next email. Hi, Mark. How's everything going? First off, I want to say how blessed I've been feeling recently to be part of the Newsbeat Live family. I've re- Being able to wake up every morning doing the thing I love has been life-changing. Mark, if it wasn't for all the hard work and dedication you put into this room, many of us would still be searching for a purpose in life. Mark, I'm not sure if Newsbeat Cares is still a thing, but I thought I would give it a try. I have some sad news, but on Sunday, November 22nd, my friend James, who recently turned 21, was out fishing like he does every Sunday. During the course of the trip, James was ejected from the back of the boat. The engine propeller hit his left arm, resulting in severe trauma, almost causing him to bleed out. This week, James underwent 20 hours of surgery and was fortunate enough to survive. James was a hardworking kid who worked in construction and always helped others out. That's going to be hard to work construction with that injury until he heals. Hopefully, it's nothing, God forbid, amputating or God forbid, knock on wood. Mark, I'm hoping everyone can say an extra prayer for James and his long recovery ahead of him. Mark, please don't feel obligated to share the link because I know times are tough right now. Um, but if anything helps, thank you for all that you do. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Go fund me for James' medical bills. Damn effing right, I'm hitting up James for his medical bills. What do you mean, don't feel obligated? I'm blessed that you're sharing this with me. You're giving me an opportunity to help somebody who really needs it. Let's hit this. Let's hit this dude up right now, guys. Let's hit him up right now. Everybody in the room who can. I'm going to count the people in the room on Facebook and YouTube. You're donating regardless if you wish to give more. There's a link in the Newsbeat live room. Um, uh, let's see. Um, so he's holding a fish. The dude is definitely a well-built dude. You could see he is like, somebody who's a good-looking guy. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and donate anonymously to him. Let me just count the people in the room and on YouTube and Facebook. One moment. All right. Use credit. I can't. They don't. This stupid site doesn't take PayPal. I have to type in my credit card. Don't worry. Usually I just share my credit card with everyone in the room. Let's see what happens here. One moment. All right. Name on card. Me. CVC code. All right. Confirm. Yes, I am the name on the card. Donate now. Let me just make sure. Okay. Go spread the word. I am not. I already am spreading the word. Thank you for your donation. A receipt has been sent to your email. All right. Donation given. God bless. God bless him. I hope he gets better. I pray for your friend that he has a speedy recovery and he gets back to construction. He has nothing but our well thoughts and all of our love. God bless him. Next. Hi, Mark. My church, Legacy Church of New Mexico, I'm assuming, has been amazing during COVID to help seniors with meals. Over 5,000 given, and has sent thousands of meals to the Native American population at reservations here in New Mexico. The Native Americans have been hit hard with COVID in our state. See, I have no idea what the heck's happening with them Indians, with the Native American Indians. I have no idea what's happening on them. You never hear about them in the news. You never hear about them in the paper. You never, ever hear what's going on with them. So thank you for sharing that. You never hear what happens with them. The first time I've heard like the word Native American used ever since they wanted to get rid of the Washington Redskins logo. It's like the last time I heard Native American. The Native Americans have been hard with COVID in our state. They're an excellent place to donate. You can put on donation form, meals if you need. Damn right I'm donating to them. Although one of the proudest opportunities our church had the end of last year was to help and take over the Below Transformation Center in Albuquerque, who is struggling to find donations. They're an amazing place for homeless and people in transition due to all the hard things that happen in people's lives. You're hitting me up with another charity, brother? That's all right. Eh, That's the website and the front page of it. Below is in my email. Excellent place to donate to, and all the funds go directly to helping people in both cases. That's what I care about. Thanks for you. Thank you for doing this, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. All right, let's hit up the Native American Indians first. Reminder, we ask if you are sick, have a fever, cough, or immune, please stay home. Check. If you're not feeling well, please call our church office. Not check. Give. Give with push pay. Um, is this how I donate? Okay. All right. So, one second. This is the link I have for them for push pay. Um, it's pushpay.com/G/, Legacy Church, or it's right over here. If you're watching, you wish to donate, feel free to donate right now if you'd like. Just let me go through it, please. Give one time. They have all these funds: Central Tithes and Offerings, East Tithes and Offering, East Mountain Tithes and Offering, Sitting Melnick wisheth to make oneth vote, and donationeth to thy cause. Feed New Mexico children. Yeah, I think that sounds good. I want to help these. th- Literally, literally on this thing. Like, look, let me show you. One second. Literally on this thing, it's like, look, you get to choose a fund. You get to choose a fund right here. Look at that. What should I donate? Newsbeat Live Room. What should I donate to? Hit me. I don't know. I'm thinking I don't want to do whatever a tithe and offering is. That doesn't sound, an online campus sounds like a real turnoff. I'm thinking feed NM children or grocery run. Let's do a new Newsbeat live poll real quick. Hold on. One second. Um, who to donate to? I'm donating to everyone, but I'm not donating to all these causes. I'll tell you right that. We're gonna either do grocery run, which is sort of where, even though the New Mexico children um, also has a place in my heart. All right, let's do this. Newsbeat Live will choose. Keep the votes coming in. Your vote can change somebody's life. Your vote matters. How about you guys on YouTube and Facebook? Hit me up. And 64% said the children, 36% said grocery run. The children win. The children win. Um, feed NM children. Next. Verify your phone number. Is this an effing joke? Send code. Use the security code 964467 to complete your thing. All right. I swear to God, if they start calling me on the phone with this, if I start getting phone numbers from New Mexico, I'm gonna like ban Boo from the room or something horrible. Like, I don't want to be messed with. Steel Bridge. There's no way on this earth I'm doing Steel Bridge. We're doing it for the children. Crazy people. One moment, and I'll get to more emails. I just have to hit these charities up. All right. Awesome. And you were kind enough. Oh, I do have to give to Steel Bridge. I don't know. Steel Bridge better be something awesome, but honestly, I get psychological toxicity when I hear the word Steel Bridge because I think of the Verrazano. I haven't been there. I haven't driven on the Verrazano in a bit. I believe it's like $750 to cross the bridge right now. Steel Bridge. Donate. Um, hope begins with a meal. I don't want to give $10 a month. I want to give a one-time fee. One time. Okay. One moment. And if you want to give to this, it's this website you see highlighted there, mysteelbridge.org. Personal information. Oh, they God, they why do they have to hit you up with your address? And it's like they won't accept that. What if I made up a name and an address and then donated through my credit card? No, you may not contact me at the above email. How did you hear about us? Other payment information, credit card. One moment. Let me type in. They always ask for the CVC number on the back. I only trust Alexandra and Aunt Judy and Kathy with such information. I'd like to help cover the processing cost. That's a shit big processing cost. I'm not helping you with your processing cost of 2.9%. No, I will not. Done. All right. Now I'm going to move on. Moving on to the next email. Um, Glad you've been doing well recently. You wrote a really great email the other day, my brother. All right, this is Bad Then Good. Bad Then Good is the title of this email. Make sure that when you guys write this email that you leave your social security numbers and credit cards in the emails so when I share it publicly, then a lot of people can be helped by your information. Hi, Mark and everyone. Bad Then Good. Okay, it gets good, Mark. I know this stuff affects you, so breathe easily, okay? So my day was going moderately well. I did a couple stupid things and was still in good shape because most things I did were actually smart. My P&L was up and down, but not unmanageably to the place where the trading got toxic and then work happened. The circuit breaker hold happened before I could react, so I took the time just to exit the trade. I was in for a small loss that I honestly didn't care about. I think I was playing with one $20 Kodak call for amusement. Okay, I don't like the amusement part of trading, but Mark, I hear you saying high risk, high reward, and I'm thinking, okay, that's cool. I'm in a good place. I'm just being honest with you in my opinions of what the stock can possibly do. I'm going to do this one. I think I'm ready. The breaker lifts, click, two options. The price I expected to pay was about $250 per contract. I was filled at $4.95 each, and my P&L was down about $500 just like that. Yep, market order. I didn't know. I don't think I'll make that mistake again. I couldn't believe my eyes. I double checked to see if it was true. It was. Mark, everyone, you know that horrible, super sad feeling when you feel the sadness in your face from a huge chemical change that goes with the horrible emotion. Also, that same feeling in your chest and your heart actually feels like it was washed over by some sort of internal glue of sadness sticking to your insides mixed with the adrenaline of shock. I wonder how many 11s come from identifying with that. Well, how many guys can relate with what this gentleman is going through? Type in 11. And by the way, if you're watching this show right now, if you're joining us for this Thanksgiving special, you being here does help the charities. And we're going through actual emails of what people go through. And what happens is 11 is just an easy way of typing yes in the room. So 11 is yes and 22 is no, just for speed purposes instead of typing in yes. That's how we do it here in the Newsbeat live room. Um, well, it wasn't quite that bad. Actually, it was so there's a lot of 11s in the room. I did handle it well, even though I actually was in shock like I was in a car accident. There was a second breaker halt, and when that happened, I did some breathing exercises, thought about things, scrambled to make a save plan, and tried to set up a limit order out at 500. Then Schwab gives me the notification box that pretty much says, "Hey, you can't do that right now." Basically, your dollar sign and that symbol, pound sign, percentage pointing up, septuple exclamation mark. So I waited, and the bidding started again. Carrot? Oh, carrot. Thank you. I guess that's carrot. Makes me hungry. So I waited and the bidding started again. I saw the options go to $1,100 each in about 1 second and clicked to mark it out thinking, wow. Then I checked my P&L to make sure it was over. I was up $1,000. I'm sure he's speaking about, I don't know what stock he's talking about here. I'm assuming it's this because we were talking about work down here. And this is news. This is when we try to get you that beautiful early news, buying the work all the way down here when it's all the way down here. That's what we try to do here. And I'm not saying it's the easiest thing in the world, but when you're set up properly, it's doable. Then it started moving again. Down. Oh no. What happened was the limite order that was not supposed to be in place was. It sold one contract for a $7 loss and had not yet sold the other one. It never sold it, even though the price was flying up. I had to cancel the order, manually mark it out. I was filled at an $80 loss on the second contract. It was finally over. I just felt a horrible wave of defeat and sadness washed over me. The sad thoughts started. I was born to lose. You are not. I understand that's the psychological toxicity. You are not born to lose. You are all going to be winners. You have to think it. You have to be in a positive mentality. I know it's hard. I'm not even pretending it's easy, but you surround yourself in the right psychological environment like the Newsbeat live room, and I promise you the odds of you pulling through this in my statistically accurate experience is higher than anywhere else. We're going to help bring you up to the level. We're going to help lift you up to where you need to get to. So I understand why you feel like this. The energy in the universe hates me. No, it doesn't. All that stuff. Martik, Martik, I answer you asking. I answer you asking if anyone got hurt and did my best not to say anything harmful to everyone else. I don't think I did. So after there was the craziness, I asked how many people did well, how many people got hurt because I care. I know I said I'd email you and members checked in on me. That's you guys. I went to the store and got coffee, probably inorganic, probably full of chemicals, probably part of the reason why you're poisoning your brain. Ha! Be careful. They know me. Did they still feed you the same crappy coffee even though they know you well? They knew I was upset about something and comped it. Wow, they gave you a free hot chemical concoction to store in your brain, which you need to detox later. That's awesome. Lovely people. I'm just joking around and being like a half jerk right now, but I'm just messing around. I don't know, whatever. Drink organic coffee. Stop drinking that shit. Okay. Evidently, the universe doesn't hate me. So I came home, and though I've got amps to build, it's great to have the work. And Newsbeat Live was still on. You pointed out some trade that I knew was good. I wanted to feel good, so I sat down and, all capitals, crushed it. Kathy pointed out an AMD trade. That's a good place to start always with the word Kathy. I agree with that. Pointing out a female trader can be very, very beneficial to your trading account. And for some reason, I just had this feeling it was good. I didn't ask her about it. No need. She said it. It's like almost like my wife, like she's always right. I'm like, sweetheart, play the expletive lottery already. Please play the lottery. You're never wrong. You're always right. You've never done anything wrong in your life. Baby, look, I need you to make both our lives a little easier here. I need you to pick six numbers, sweetheart. Whatever ones you need. But you fill them in. You do that for me. We're going to be good. I didn't ask her about it. My gut just said, do this. It worked. More encouragement I desperately needed. I listen to people here, diamond or no diamond, very prominent Newsbeat members, which are pretty much all the females and a few men which snuck through, which I need to remove diamonds for, have diamonds next to their names when they type. They're bad derriers all over the place. I was making a bunch of smart trades, small. They were kind of scalp, $3, $5, $80, $10. -$2, $22, and on. It turned out that speedy, no typing layout I told you about in my last email, trusting what I do well and believing in what I'm watching work. Yes. So now your confidence is coming in. You're believing in yourself. Just prior in the email, you were kicking the crap out of yourself. I was 160 down and ended up the day $113. This place, these people, this training, not quitting, and always trying to get better are the reasons I I I ever could do this. I never could have done it alone. I really, really hope someone is hearing this who needs to, because it was not long ago I was tilting bad and thought it was impossible for me to trade. It's not for any of us. Happy Thanksgiving. Now I will proceed to drink beer. P.S. C Mark, it wasn't that bad. One of the things was the less you beat yourself up, the easier it's going to be for you to bounce from a situation that bothers you like this. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Nice comeback. I know you were up a lot more, and I know you had a happy ending in the market. Mark, thank you for next email. Mark, thank you for all your efforts to drag us into consistent profitability. When counting my blessings tomorrow, you and the Newsbeat Live family will be very high on that list. Please give your wife a big hug from all of us. It's going to be a lot of hugs. The girl's 5'1". I'll crush her, but she somehow survived with this, so she's a tough cookie. Um, thank her for supporting you and allowing you to give so much of yourself to us. You two are very rare and special people. Thank you. I'll tell her you said that. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your first family. S- Stay safe, person who wrote this email. Well, thank you so much for the email. I really do appreciate it. All right, next email. Hi, Mark. My name is Susan. I joined about a month and a half ago. I am very grateful to have found you. I tried a few other chat rooms before, spent some good money taking classes and losing money. Your Newsbeat platform is the best. You are very inspiring to me. I am finally making money. I purchased the Philip Stein bracelet and was wearing it for the first time today. Okay, so I know some of you probably right now, I'm just going to go to the website. Some of you right now are using the Philip Stein products. You could literally just go to philipstein.com. If you, we do use these things. I call it more like brain hacks and brain tech and things like that to help you trade. I wear one at all time. I actually wear the necklace. You could actually just see the logo on it, the Philip Stein logo on it. I wear it at all times. I never not wear it. And that's, of course, this logo right over here. If you see? Same logo. I can't tell the glare. Yeah, see? Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. If you use promo code Newsbeat, you get a discount on it. Feel free to use promo code Newsbeat. It's philipstein.com if you're interested in the product. Okay, so you purchased it and was wearing it for the first time today, which happened to be my best day ever trading Tesla. I trade my Roth IRA, and doing great by today was spectacular. Maybe buy my bracelet. Ding! I have a hiccup trading with my individual account. I have this fear of losing the money. Could it be because I borrowed the money from my equity line? Maybe. Also, confidence. If you are fully confident, I don't think it would bother you as much, but yes, it even makes it more painful to lose when you do something like that. I'm grateful for the time you spent teaching us. I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. You already said her name was Susan, so she signed Susan. P.S. I will give some dollars to charity. Thank you. I really appreciate your generosity. Um, Thank you for sharing that with us. Next email. Hey, Mark. Hey. I've been making some better progress recently by going through and rewatching some of the Ask Marks to solidify my understanding. And by the way, if you guys joined, there are hundreds of Ask Marks and private videos for members only. Um, I have also been getting some amazing help from Harry, CT, Liam, and other members of our Newsbeat family. I know we've beaten a dead horse on the front run level 2 entry process, but I'd like one more clarification. By the way, if you're interested in this strategy, we do offer it to you in the Newsbeat live room for being a member for free. I attached a screenshot of the Tesla level 2 from today. Bid equals 573.43, ask equals 573.59, print was 573.50. This question is for a long calls trade. You have said that you use the ask offer price to break for the level of entry. No, that's incorrect. What I do is I need to see the bid come to where the best offer is. So, for example, and if I'm doing this now and you guys are a little confused, don't worry. We will teach you this in the room. Newsbeat Live Room will be your final destination as a trading room. Whether it's now, today, in a month, in a year, as long as you want to be a trader, you will somehow end up in this room forever. Trust me. But just to answer the gentleman's question here. So let's say the trigger happened to be the ask was equal to the trigger. So let's take it as I'm making it up. I don't know what chart, you're just giving me random numbers. And if you think I remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday, you are sorely mistaken. So let's say just coincidentally that the trigger was at 573.59 as well. All right. Let's pretend that the trigger was at the same level, right? So you have a bid. So he's looking at the level 2. He's looking at the bid and offer. Here's the bid. Here's the ask. Here's the trigger. Okay. In order for the stock to trigger, you need a bid. This over here needs to be at 573.59 or higher while the print comes out of 100 shares or more on the offer. This, in my experience, is what triggers algorithms, triggers the robots. Okay. So now you're asking, you have said that you use the ask offer price break of the level for entry. No, when you front run, you try to buy before the ask even hits. So for me personally, if I'm front running this and the trigger and again, I don't know if the trigger is 574, whatever. I'm using this example. So let's say the trigger also happened to be where the ask is at 573.59. My goal is to buy Tesla in this case, which you're obviously referring to, as you said, attached screenshot of Tesla. My goal is to buy Tesla before the offer breaks 573.59 before then. You are saying right here is I use the ask for a level of entry. No, the trigger is not a level of entry. The trigger is the robot's potential level of entry. You're not going to be quicker than the robots. You try to be quicker than a robot, you will not be quicker than a robot. Now, that's why I created the very innovative front run strategy, how we take advantage of these robots in a very unique way. You do that by going in before the entry. If it's a front run, you shave 10 to 50 cents off the entry price. It's not the entry price. The entry price is where you get filled. It's the trigger price. So again, you're using the incorrect lingo here. But I want to, it's okay, but I just want to make sure you're not confused. Plus other factors depending on the name. I assume you're still using the ask price for your front run entries also. It has to be before the ask. So maybe the ask price was 573.50, 573.40, 573.45, depending on how fast it runs. As you correctly noted, there are other factors. Please correct me if I'm wrong about this. I just told you how it is, so I'm not sure what you think is right or wrong here, but I told you how it is. We know from your explanation that the trigger occurs when the bid breaks the level and then 100 share or more print goes off on the ask or the offer. Correct. That's correct. My question is, if it's the bid that initiates the trigger, why not use the bid prices in the level 2 as your indicator of when to enter? Now, this is an excellent question. This is an excellent question. So let's say, and please forgive me, I happen to be a late descendant of Pablo Picasso. Little known artist. I don't think people are really familiar with him here in the United States, but he was very famous in Italy or somewhere. Okay, so let's say that's the trigger, right? And then all of a sudden you see this happening on the next bars, and then all of a sudden you want to start seeing if you can break here, because if a bid comes to this black line and followed by the 100 share print, you'll trigger. So back to your point, you're saying, why not use the bid? Well, let's say the trigger is $100, right? The stock's at 99.50. I'm not going to write this in. I need you simple math here. $100 the trigger. The stock has a 99.50 bid and a 99.60 offer. You're asking, well, why don't you use the bid? The bid goes to 99.60, the offer 99.70. The bid goes to 90, it's going up. The bid goes to 99.70, the offer is 99.80. The bid goes to 99.90, the offer is at $100. The bid goes to $100, now you're buying. It could already trigger. You're already a little late. Potentially. Potentially. That's why. It seems that using the S price has the potential to be way too early. Maybe. Especially if there's a large spread in the name. Okay, I'm with you. I know that a couple people in the room are using level 2 bid prices for their entry. I can't tell you where to buy and sell in security ever, nor will I. If they front run, they shave 10 to 30 cents off the entry, but they still use the bid prices. Look, can you please provide some clarification on using the bid or the S prices for entry? Thank you so much for all you do. All right, so you share with me. All right, so first of all, I have different colors here. I don't know what this is here. I know what it is. It's your print box. I have different colors in my print box. I have no idea why you do. I don't know if you changed them. I don't know what happened there. Either way, I don't care. I don't care about the color. You did it probably for whatever. I'm fine with it. No problem. So in this example here, you were given the 573.43 and the 573.59. Well, you can shave the bid by 10, 20 cents if you wish. I just prefer looking at the S because that's where I have derived consistency. The problem also is this. Here's the biggest problem with using the bid, in my opinion. And again, I don't use the bid. The bid I use to tell if it triggers. I don't use it for the entry in which you're insinuating here. Or why don't I use it is really the question, the insinuation of the question of why I don't do it. Here's the problem. I'll show you right now, and I'm going to punch a hole through the people who use a bid. But if they're doing it successfully, I think everybody should keep doing what they do successfully and not do what they don't do successfully. I'm a firm believer of that, and you know that. Let's say your trigger is $100. Okay. And you have a bid right here, 99.75, and it's a wide offer, right? And the offer here is 99.95. And then all of a sudden the bid goes up to 99.80, but the offer is at $100.10. Now, by my definition, the stock did not trigger because you need a bid at that $100 level followed by a print on the offer in order to trigger it up. And if you're watching here on YouTube and Facebook and you're like, what is going on here? This is interesting. We offer you this information for free in the room. So you'll learn it eventually, I'm sure. Okay, so moving on with that. Um, I don't really want to buy after $100 is printing through. You feel me? Even though it didn't trigger and I'm trying to buy before it triggers, I don't want it when the stock is printing $100.10. So if I focused on the bid here, there's a chance I could do that. If I focused on the offer here, there is absolutely almost, unless you press the button and boom, it just explodes. You know, short of stupid things, there's no chance of that happening short of that, right? So that is the reason why I use the ask. I hope that answered your question really well. It was an excellent question. I'm not saying there's a right way or a wrong way to do things. It's just the way I do things. Hi, Mark. I hope all is well. I want to reach out and personally thank you for all your help in the trading room, the master video, and your Ask Marks. Because of your positive outlook on trading and the rest of the chat room as well, this week I had learned to emotionally disconnect from my small cash account. Emotionally disconnect. Good. Tuesday, I had a great trading day, and today, lost a few hundred trading Tesla. Instead of continuing my bad habit and chasing the money as I normally would, I'd move on, bought a few puts on the Qs as they dipped. I made some money back, even though I am down for the day. I'm not disappointed with my trading choices, nor did my emotions cloud up my mind to trade stupidly. Fortunately, I'll be able to pull out some cash and pay for another month of T3 Live Newsbeat Live Room, of course. I hope you and your family have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you, if not Friday, on Monday. Cool. Thank you. New member struggles is the title of this email now. Let's see what this gentleman has to say. Hello, Mark. First off, I want to say I'm really enjoying the room. I've been trading off and on for several years, never serious about it until this last April. I took some training, lost about 2,000, and then did your open house. Decided to join, so now I'm here. So far, I haven't made any money yet, but I understand that I'm going to suffer some in the beginning until I get this down. I have a small account right now as I learn the environment, and then I hope to put more towards it. Some of my struggles have been early, with a margin account but limited to 3 trades in a 5-day period. All right, so you're under pattern day trading. Problem when you're below 25K. So then move to a cash account and now have to deal with settled cash limits, but I can deal with that. Here are my trades today. Only made these 4, but what I'm struggling with is why I'm at a loss. What I mean by that is I took the first couple of minutes on Tesla and did well considering the risk amount. Then took a quick loss on a Mark 1 square trade that didn't work, so I was out fast there. No problem. This next one killed me. And on Zoom, wrote it like a good amount, close to $1, and lost money on it? Question mark. I guess because of the fills. It happened earlier this week on Roku also. So in the morning, if you remember, I say Roku and Zoom have been giving bad fills recently. If you were there in the morning, you probably heard me say that. If you weren't, maybe you didn't. But I did say it at least a few times today. Does anyone remember in the room how many times I said that today with Roku and Zoom with the bad fills? I mean, based on that, Captain Crunch is like over 8 million times. And by 8 million, he said over 8 billion times. 12, 100, every time, few times. All right, so I said it obviously more than once. Based on that, I think I'm done with Zoom and Roku. I can respect that if you don't like it. Anyway, just wanted to share and see if you had any insight on why you would lose money when you ride a stock upwards. I'm getting, because bad market order fills. You marketed in and out, obviously. I can tell. I'm getting better at getting out quick, whether good or bad, and I trust this methodology. I'm really excited for the future. Just have to hang in there and keep learning. Have an awesome Thanksgiving. You are great. Let's see what you sent me. Uh, okay. So we're doing very small trades here. I could see you lost $22.30 on Zoom, $9.31 on Square, and for the day you're probably down about 12, 13 bucks, give or take, right? I all I can say is on these two names over here on Square and Zoom, for some reason the price improvement on the market orders are not good. They suck. That's why that's why um that's why I was able to that's why I was able to really point out because the other week I took a $3,000 loss on Roku, which is or about 26, 2,700, whatever it was. Like I don't remember the exact amount, but I took that on Roku, and the stock went up, and the stock was trading higher than where I bought my calls, and I marketed it out, and I'm like, wow, I got royally made love to. And it was like, wow, why did the stock just make love to me? I'm a married man. This shouldn't happen. For some reason, Roku and Zoom give horrible fills, and I cannot explain why that happens. It makes no sense to me. All right. So here's from a member who's struggling. This next email. I would keep up doing what you feel works best for you. For me, as I say that I think Tesla is easier to trade than Apple. And some people are like, you crazy? Like, for me, it really is. And for most people, you'll agree with it if you're in the room doing what we're doing. I think you would. Maybe you won't. Maybe you don't trade Tesla. That's fine. Today, I wrote this in chat. Today, today I wrote this in chat. I didn't see it. By the way, a lot of times I'm focusing on the news flow. I'm focusing on the setups. I'm focusing on so many things. And I'm a day trader. That sometimes I do miss what people say in the chat at times. So I appreciate you emailing it to me if you felt it was important. But just keep in mind, I would never, ever intentionally ignore you unless you're boof. Then not only do I ignore you, sometimes I delete your message to even try to ignore you further. But that's don't worry about that. As long as you're not boof, you're pretty much set. Today I wrote this in chat. Today I wrote this in chat. Today I feel I may have turned a corner. First green day this week. Phew. I felt like a loser now, a man with some skill. DD. The issue I have, and I have written, all right, so he's given his backstory. I took my $15,000 account down to $3,000. That's $12,000 drop. It is really painful, and I can't afford to lose and crap out. I'm very happy that you had a green day. We talked about it. I think you understand what you do well and what you do not do well. I think you're very aware of that. And I feel if you focus on building the way you know how to build, I think you're going to be better than doing the same old stuff that has lost you money before. Again, that's your decision. I don't give stock picks. I don't give investment advice. I'm just trying to talk to you. What do you feel is best looking at your results? And I think you can clearly see that, my brother. So keep up. I'm very happy for your green day. Keep doing the right thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. No subject. Hmm. Caps lock. Practically every food pantry and many churches across the country serve free Thanksgiving meals to the homeless. All right, so this gentleman did it in the pre-market. So just to show you right now, like I'm just going to copy and paste the time the gentleman sent me this. It says 10 hours ago. 9:20 a.m. in the morning. 9:20 a.m. in the morning, because I was asking. It's kind of ironic. This was the day I was asking, let's do a charity today, and then coincidentally, I had my best day of the year after I said I want to give to these charities, and now here I am tonight giving to the charities. Funny how that works. Thank you, because I was asking people to email me if they knew any places that would give to charities. As they know, I give to every single charity that these guys asked me to give to. So, yeah. Hi, Mark. Since you're frequently discussing and making donations, here we go. I thought this might be of interest. Please share more. This is from an ex. I'm already turned off and deleting your email. Next email. Oh, ex-colleague and friend of mine. Okay, I'll keep going. Who's very involved with Epic Cure, a charity addressing hunger in the United States. I am donating to them as I know the money is well spent and this drive is for Thanksgiving, so time is sensitive. Please see links in below. There's a separate link for employer matching, just sharing. Donate here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and donate. Let me count the people watching. Okay. Okay, so I'll give at least that and more. So I'm giving money on all your behalfs. Donating to thy charity right now. Can I give through PayPal? All these people, they want your effing credit cards. Like, honestly, if you're going to do a charity, do the sensible thing and accept Bitcoin or PayPal. Success. Donation is complete. Share with some friends. No. No, I will not. Um, read it out. Read what out loud? Oh, my credit card. No. Only Alexandra, Kathy, and Aunt Judy get my credit card information with my code on the back. And not only that, I gave them videos on how to sign my name. So, you are not those people. So you don't get it. Next email. What? Same person. Missed the 11/24 deadline for Thanksgiving, but still a good cause. Oh, so now my stuff isn't even going for Thanksgiving? Thanks for writing that in the next email after I donated to your charity, bro. Just kidding. Goes to a good cause. I know it's not for Thanksgiving. I missed their deadline. All right. How are you guys doing? Someone who is struggling from yesterday. Hey, Mark, thank you for those links. I sent this gentleman the links for the front running. I've watched them both before and gave them a watch again to refresh my memory. I'll give front running a try in a paper account. That's how I say it. Do it always, practice in paper. To get used to it when going through your plays in the morning. Also, I'm sorry I missed the S Mark. I was busy helping out my grandmother. You don't ever have to apologize for helping out your grandmother. You know, it's your duty to help out your grandmother. That's why all these videos are saved and put in the Newsbeat portal to watch at your best convenience. Your best convenience. I did see you read my email, and that is much appreciated. Like, seriously, thank you for what you do, man. Welcome. So, a couple of things. I use TradingView for charts. For charting, I have the same layout as you do, and you don't have the same layout as I do. You think you do. You tried to copy my layout. Okay, anyway. I have the same layout as you do, and I'm most comfortable with them. I trade with interactive brokers. Switch from Quest Trade from the last time we were on the phone in February or so. And by the way, I charge an exorbitant amount of money to try to talk to people and help them. I don't ever give stock picks or investment advice, but I pretend like my time is the most valuable thing in the world, and that even to get remotely close to me, you got to pay a very large sum of money to speak with me on the phone. So I want you to know he had to mortgage his house and sell his car before he could afford that phone conversation. Told you you're wasting your money. I have a few different layouts for interactive brokers that are fast, as I'm always looking at ways to tweak my layout more, so I have less hesitation with the same amount of clicks or buttons being pressed to buy or sell a security. I only trade options, can trade shares due to the size of my can't. Putting words in your mouth. Can't trade shares due to the size of my account. I make sure to be aware of the market shifts you mentioned and evolving strategies as I watch the S marks religiously and hop in the room from time to time. I didn't mean to sound like you haven't helped me or us Canadians at all, because you totally do. Look, I don't do a lot of the things, but there's only three good things in Canada, really. Just three: beer, beer, and beer. And they're decent hockey players. Um, I guess I'm in a toxic state right now of wanting this job to work so bad and being stuck in the Twilight Zone. So you might be sitting here and saying, what is the Twilight Zone? Well, I know it's a TV show, right? But the way I refer to the Twilight Zone is this, and this is common in every single 98, round up to the nearest five, every single trader on the planet. Not everyone, but round up everyone. Correct efforts over time. What happens is the reds are the results and the greens are your expectations. And what happens is your expectations in trading are always higher than where your results are. When you're stuck in this box, this little box right here, this little black box is the twilight zone where the red bar is below the green bar. These are the common thoughts right now, which we tried to help you with. You'll either think trading is not for me, I can't do this, or I'm doing everything I'm told and not achieving the results I want. Number one is most common form of psychological toxicity, as is number two. You'll basically say, I can't do this, or trading is not for me, because you'll just say, look, I'm trying to do everything I can to succeed. I can't. If you're saying number three, I'm doing everything I'm told and not achieving the results I want, what's happening is you are probably inside a service right now that is teaching you very toxic things, either through the education they sold you or the guru in the room. Whoever it is, you're pretty much, if you are saying number three right now, if you're watching this, I'm only showing you this because he brought up the Twilight Zone, and this little black box here is what I call the Twilight Zone, where you basically, your results are underneath your expectations. And as everybody will tell you here in the Newsbeat live room, what happens after a while is your results start exploding well beyond your expectations. That happens to me too. So what happens, if you're sitting there thinking, I'm doing everything I'm told and not achieving the results I want, you're in a very toxic situation that you need to get out of right now. Okay. Back to the email, Bob. I guess I'm in a toxic state right now of wanting this job to work so bad and being stuck in the twilight zone for so long. My big problem is money is a lot tighter now. And I thought I'd be in a good place with my trading abilities in this room by now with everything I've learned and applied. I thought I'd be able to pay for things a lot easier as it took a lot for me to pay for the annual subscription to the Newsbeat live room. And it feels like my dreams of being successful are slipping away because I won't be able to afford it after this current subscription is done. Plus it's in US dollars, so it's tough. Oh, so I forgot. I know I was making fun of some of the Canadian things with traders. I I just want to lift you up a little. I don't always have something negative to say about Canadians. Your currency also sucks. Just thought you should know that. Also, there's just a lot of stress for me to refund my Interactive Brokers account because this might be my last chance at bat as it takes a lot to deposit into my account to reactivate my Interactive Broker account and subscribe for market data. Plus, I feel the pressure of paying market data fees for Interactive Broker, then the monthly charting fees to use TradingView. It's weird as I trade. I'm literally there thinking I didn't make enough money that's to cover my monthly fee yet. This is one of the biggest things that you are saying in this email right now. This is the psychological toxicity of high-end commission structures because there comes a point where you're sitting there and you're like, I have $200 a month in market data fees. I'm paying 60, let's call it even $50 a month for charting, give or take. I don't know what these things cost because I use Schwab. $50 a month for that. All of a sudden you're like, well, that's $250 a month. You're sitting there, you're like, well, there's 20 trading days. I got to make like $12.50 a day in order to cover this. And then you're sitting there like, oh my God, it's Thanksgiving. That's another $12.50. And it's a legitimate fear. It's a legitimate thought. It's a legitimate fear and thought you're having. It's not weird. It's common because you're slowly being literally, they're just literally, has anyone ever heard of bloodletting? They do it a lot in India. Bloodletting. Has anybody heard of that? So in case someone's like, I love it. So in case you're unfamiliar with bloodletting, very common practice in India. But common, like there are parts of India where they do it. Bloodletting, if you're unfamiliar with the term, is literally what they'll do is you'll go to somebody and they'll make little nicks and cuts either in your legs or your arm to release blood. It's supposed to be a cleansing process. As you release blood, your body is going to try to make more blood. So if your blood is tainted, for example, I hate to use this example, but it's the best way to understand it. If you have a bottle full of urine, like a 2-liter Coke bottle full of urine, and you pour out half of the urine into the grass, and you pour out half the bottle of urine into the grass, and then you fill the rest up with water, you have a less uriny solution than you had before. And if you pour out half of that bottle and fill it up with water again, you get more of a diluted form of the urine. The same analogy I'm using here is with bloodletting. Your blood is full of parasites, bacteria, toxins, heavy metals, you name it, carcinogens, just from breathing in the lovely air of Los Angeles or New Jersey or New York. So when you release this, your body doesn't make it again. Your body will make the blood again. It's not going to make those same toxins. So the whole point is healing through bleeding out. That is the whole mentality of bloodletting. And that's what's happening to you. But except this bloodletting is in your wallet. And unless you're able to make a lot of money to reconstitute that blood, you're getting cut to death. You're bleeding out because you're not drinking water, you're not eating food afterwards, in my analogy. You're not making money trading. So you're literally letting out your sustenance. So no, I do not find that weird that you feel that. I would find it weird if you didn't feel that way. So my account just gets smaller plus losses included, so I'm in a toxic state trying to become consistent. You're right. I should have been emailing you earlier because I'm a real hard person to talk to. As I say again, I'm not here to make you like me. I'm not here to lie to you. I feel a lot of what goes on out there are people are showing you things legally. That's the gray area of lying. It's the gray. It basically borders weird awkwardness. And yeah, I do tell it how it is. I'm very passionate. Most people like what I do. That's why we have the largest room here at T3. That's why we have the highest retention rate here at T3. That's why traders tell me that they're consistently profitable with my strategies at a rate of 75%. That's why they tell me that. Because, believe it or not, the majority of people, not everyone, the majority of people like things to be told honestly and fair. I know most people like to just show you the positive testimonials and the times they made all this money, but you'll never see a guru show you when they lose money. You'll never see a guru literally go through an email with somebody struggling, saying, I've been in your room, I'm still struggling, I can't do it. You'll never see the guru take all the time that I do. I breeze through the good emails like this, right? All of a sudden, somebody's having trouble, and all of a sudden we stop, we take a break, we discuss it. Notice that? That's the difference. That's the difference why you need to be in this service right now. That's why you need to go to the links in the description and join this room because you deserve more. You deserve more from a trading service. You deserve somebody who genuinely is going to take time out of their day and try their best to help you in a generalized manner for your problems, trying to help you figure out what you need to do as a friend. I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm not telling you to buy or sell security. I showed this disclaimer at the beginning of the email for a purpose. Yes, I get it. I get it. But traders go through ups and downs at times. And they need somebody to lift them up. They need somebody to pull them up physically with the struggles they're going through. And you need to be inspired. You need to have a reason to want to help people. A big reason. And my reason is the charitable causes we donate to, if you haven't figured that out from the beginning of this video. Because again, this is how much I'll do for the world. That. But if I get you over there and you over there and you over there, there, all of a sudden we could do something big for the world. You're going to die. Don't mean to be grim. So am I. Hate to break you the honestly bad news. But we can leave a mark on this world where if and when anybody does ever decide to look back on us, they'll say, that's the mother father who helped me. That's the good person who helped me. That's the person who tried to make my life better. Because we're not going to be here forever. And you know what? Your trading job, unless you assign it a positive purpose, you could use it for good, you could use it for evil, or you could use it for nothing at all. And most traders use it for nothing at all. Like, I know that trader over there is like, I'm going to go build a Death Star with all these scalp profits I'm making in the Newsbeat live room. Like, there's that. But for the most part, most people don't do anything good with their money. What do you mean? I take it. All right. You take everything. Fine. You have to assign the money a purpose. You have to do something positive. You have to do something that makes the world a better place. You have to understand that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people watching this video are not going to be able to do nothing for these charities. And you have to donate on their behalf. You have to fight for them more than anyone else. Because that's the only way that you get a trader to the next level. You have to understand what they're going through. You have to feel it. You have to live it. You have to experience it. You have to talk to them and you have to treat them like they're a human being, not just another number who swiped their credit card. This is somebody who's saying he's going to have trouble swiping his credit card again. Doesn't mean I'm deleting his email, does it? You're right. I should have been emailing you earlier. So he never really asked out for help. So you didn't give me a chance to really help him through this process. Notice I could point a finger at him and say, that's on you. I make myself readily available. I could do all these things, but I'm not here to point a finger. I'm not here to say you screwed up. I'm not here to say this screwed up. I'm just here to saying what's the best we could do with whatever situation you're in now. I'm not here to beat you up for what you've done in the past. I just got so fed up at the time, months ago till now. I was done with trading. I was toxic, depressed, tired of blowing accounts and losing money I've earned. I literally felt to climb out of my trading hole, I needed to take control of everything and do things myself in a market that had less barriers for entry. Forex, foreign exchange. But in the meantime, trying to get answers to my problems through Ask Mark sessions every night of other Newsbeat Live members in the room, and using that as a reason to why I don't need to write an email because I'm learning from other traders' struggles and successes, but in some ways it was a mistake. Yes, a lot of people do learn and grow to the next level just simply by listening in, but you are in a special situation. I get it. I do generalize. I don't give individualized advice. So I understand what you're saying from that. What I'm gathering that in order for you to better help me, I got to get back on the horse and trade again. Figure out what I'm good at in this new environment. Take things slow. Paper trade. Trade small, like one contract on high conviction plays with strategies I'm good at. Yes, from what I gathered through paper trading. Exactly. Rinse, repeat, email you questions, progress, help me keep moving forward. Yes. Sorry again for another long email. You're not forgiven. Don't you dare ever write me. I just want to be a success story in your room. That makes two of us. To give back to other struggling traders like myself currently. Thanks in advance. Beautiful email. Really beautiful email. You know the answer. You know the answer. There's nothing I can say. Paper trade, figure out what you're best at is what I say all the time. What I'm get whoops. What I'm getting that in order for you to better help me, I got to get back on the horse and trade again. Figure out what I'm good at in this new environment. Take things slow. Paper trade. Trade one small contract on high conviction plays with strategies I'm good at. I'm good at. Not not strategies in which the guru who posts 1700 P&L numbers and never shows a down day ever in his life, not what he or she is good at. Maybe what I am good at, and help me figure out what I do well so I can succeed because I am a unique person and I am an individual. And stop treating me like I'm just another number who swiped a credit card and I'm like everyone else. And then you wonder why 98% of you fail. You're probably watching and you're probably curious why I get so worked up. You probably see me, you're like, why is he getting so worked up? Maybe, just maybe, there is somebody out there who actually will give a good shit about you, fecal matter about you, crap about you. Maybe there is somebody there who genuinely cares about your success. Maybe there's somebody who, instead of spending time with their family on their one day off that they finally have, starts the show 40, 30, 40 minutes earlier than he normally starts it so he could donate to these charities and answer the emails and give them the time that they deserve before his kids have to go to sleep. And hopefully I could spend a little bit of time with them before they have to go to sleep. Maybe there's a person out there who's putting you in front of everything around them like a family, including my family. I spend tons of time with my family, but believe me, you need to find somebody who has their priorities straight. And if you're not going to be a priority for any guru out there, he or she does not deserve your time, does not deserve your energy, does not deserve your effort, and sure as expletive, does not deserve your money. I am trying to show you that gurus on Wall Street can be life changing, can help you, and yes, can actually show you ways to get to that next level. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to make friends. And yes, there are even people who cry. And let me explain, and let me just address that. And when crying, I'm not talking physically crying. Let me explain myself. If I go out there and I say, murdering is bad, all murderers are scumbags, and then somebody says, I think you're talking about that woman over there on Wall Street who's a guru. Little princess over there got offended that you were calling out murderers as bad people. Then maybe just you're the problem. Maybe that guru is the problem. Just maybe. I'm not here to put anyone down. I never single anyone out. I never drop anyone's name. And there's a reason why I do that. I don't follow any other services, nor do I care about them. The reason I know so much about other services as a generalization is because I have the largest room here in T3. And this largest room here in T3 tells me, the people here tell me the struggles they're going through. And a lot of the struggles they go through are from places that were outside this service. But not only that, yes, not 100% of the people here succeed. From the emails that you could see me read, it's obvious that some people are obviously having a hard time in this room. But I do want to point out all those amazing success emails, all those six-figure traders, all those big money traders that are coming in. Those were the traders who are writing similar emails in before. They were struggling. They did get to the next level and they did change their lives forever. And that is the thing. As a guru, my job will never be done. As more people come in struggling, more people are going to have to find success. But if I can change the lives of the people around me, show them how to make money, they're going to be doing my job for me. They're going to be helping other people as well. They will be giving to charities. They will be talking. They will be emailing out. They will be paying it forward. So the more I give to people, and the more I lift them up to this level, the more likely they are able to take someone next to them in our service here and lift them up and do the heavy lifting for me as well. And we can help them as a community, not just as an individual. And that's what it takes. You know what they told me growing up? It takes a village to raise a child, if you've ever heard that. How many of you guys and gals have heard that expression before? It takes a village to raise a child. Guess what? It takes a village to create and help a successful trader, not an individual, not one or two people. It takes a huge, large community of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who care about an individual, who are willing to go out of their way to try to help them, answer questions, guide them, whatever it is, so they can get to the next level. And it's that sort of family environment which makes us consistent. It's that sort of family environment when I ask how many of you are tremendously consistently profitable off of my strategies here, that everyone, three-quarters of them will say yes. That is how you get to that level. I know because that was not me at one point. I was similar to a lot of the gurus, so-called gurus in the industry. And guess what? I am not singling anyone out. I am talking to you as it is. If you watch these videos and you're offended by whatever I did on a day, on any day, today being one of them, if anything I did in this video offended you, I can live with that. But here's the point. I really don't care. It's none of my business of why you are offended. I don't try to offend anyone. I do the quite opposite, really. In my head, I try to help people. I try to lift them and bring them to the next level. And you know what? If you were unable to absorb that message through something that I did today, I am truly sorry for you. And you do not have to watch me, and you could go on your merry way. But there's a reason, ladies and gentlemen, why traders find success here in the Newsbeat live room. And it's because of the atmosphere that not me, we created here. And that's what brings traders to the next level. I hope you guys enjoyed this Ask Mark Newsbeat show. Happy trading, make money. If you're interested in anything we do here, there are links in the description. And we'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Tell thank you to the people who have brought you into this world. Say thank you for the people who are supporting you right now through your trading career. All you Newsbeat Live members, say thank you for the women and men who stuck by your side until you got to the point of where you are today, supporting you and your dream for consistent profitability. Because even though you found that consistent profitability here, you would have never been able to get to this point without those other people around you. Make sure that you show gratitude to them. Happy trading, make money. And we'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat Live Trading